Okay, let me see if I can join you on this side. You're looking so relaxed there. Thank you for being willing. I'll ensure both of us are in the camera on this side here. On occasion, I do forget to press record, but we got that covered. Oh, all right, my name is Binyam, by the way.
Faiza.
Faiza.
Yeah.
How do you spell Faiza?
F-A-I-Z-A.
You're my first Faiza I've met.
Oh,
Nice to meet you, dear. So the way this works, Faiza, is I've got a list of questions, 1 to 15-ish.
Okay.
Choose me a number between 1 to 15 and we'll explore that question.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sure.
Yeah?
14.
14. Okay. No one's chosen this one yet, so this will be kind of fun. So the question is there a common denominator to your understanding of what integrity is? At the very baseline, integrity has to include this.
Kindness.
Kindness. Ooh, you were like ready with that answer. That's amazing. Why do you say kindness?
I think.
Faiza, let's back up a little bit
Okay.
first and
Sure.
let me hear from you what integrity for you means.
For me, like when I think of someone that has integrity, I think of someone with good manners, who treats everyone like no matter what they can do for you with like a baseline level of like dignity and respect.
Yeah.
And yeah, kindness. I guess I'm just someone that like doesn't understand the impetus to like, unless someone's wronged you, to treat someone unkindly. So
Sure.
I think kindness is a really big part of integrity.
Okay, I like that. Okay, would you say then that this is a subjective assessment on the part of the beholder as far as what kindness looks like? Because sometimes there's like forms of like what they say, tough love or things like that, right? How would you figure that out?
I don't think kindness is subjective. I
Okay.
think it's objective, and I think being a good person's pretty objective, at
Okay.
least for me.
Yeah.
So I guess that's just like also maybe that helps me draw boundaries and like lines in my life.
What are the biggest obstacles for most in applying integrity with kindness, do you think?
I think people are just I don't want to say people are inherently unkind,
Yeah.
but I think people get like wrapped up in their own lives and their own schedules and their own problems and issues that they kind of forget that they affect other people's lives, and like how you treat other people like affects their day to day and how they go about the world. So I think just like people just forget about it.
It takes a lot more energy even to apply kindness, doesn't it, in general?
I think so. Yeah.
Tell me about the part of selflessness versus selfishness in the application of kindness.
Could you give me more?
Sure. Yeah. So if, like you were saying, it's challenging for people to get their eyes off of their own personal affairs to apply kindness to others around them. So in some sense, there is a selflessness that's involved when you're being kind to others. You're giving away energy. You're going out of your way to try to be kind to someone. So that takes energy. The selfish component being, it's all about me and screw everyone else. Until my needs are met, I'm not going to care about others. So that sort of interplay between the application of kindness.
Well, I guess I don't think kindness takes any, like it doesn't take any more energy than being cruel or like short with people. And I also think it just feels better. So I don't know. I just like, why wouldn't you be kind to someone if you had the opportunity?
Once you've already like tasted that kindness, you're like, okay, this is worthwhile.
Yeah, well, it's like, it's better than the alternative. And it just like, I don't know, it makes your life better. Like you feel better.
Yeah.
You feel more at peace when you're kind to others. So just don't understand why you wouldn't be.
Sure enough. Do you think there are any applications of kindness that lack integrity?
Like examples?
Good question. Let me think here. How about, let's say, yes, I know. Let's say a form of kindness entails you lying for someone in a way that's really going to affect those who are involved. Say like, like there's sometimes Faiza.
Yeah.
Phew. My forte is not memory. Did I tell you my name?
You did. I did.
Binyam. You got it. Faiza, let's say amongst close friends sometimes there's this idea where they'll say, our friendship is so strong, I'll help you bury the body if you ever need it, kind of thing. And that's so strong, the commitment there, right? And so let's say it's not burying the body per se, but it's something fairly serious that it's going to affect others, where they're going to ask you, hey, could you please show kindness in this sense here, where it's going to like rub off on some other components of what you feel integrity might be. Like say, I never lie, but you're asking me to lie for you.
Well, for me, if my friends ask me to lie, I'll lie. Like, if you're one of those people that's important to me, someone I like value and treasure in my life, like I'll basically I'll bury the body with you. So I'll do that.
That's awesome.
I guess when I think of integrity and kindness, it's more like strangers or acquaintances.
Gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. So, like I was telling you earlier, my podcast is specifically geared for young men. Would you say, in general, from your observation and your experience, young men are doing amazing in the sphere of integrity, generally? Or do you feel young men are struggling their way towards exhibiting and experiencing integrity?
I would probably be more of a struggling that doesn't really exist too much.
Gotcha. Yeah. What are the primary points that you see in your observation where they struggle with integrity?
I guess, like, in my experience, it's just like, again, it's just like having good manners and being kind to people.
Yeah.
And like, I don't really see men my age or like 5 years above or below act like that.
Gotcha.
And I don't know, maybe I'm jaded then, but
right.
I don't really see that happening a ton. And then when I do find men that do act with integrity, like I have I do have good friends that are men, and I do respect them, and they do have integrity, but I think it's more rare.
What are the biggest challenges that make it challenging for them to experience this, do you think?
I mean, I'm not a man, I don't know, but I would guess it's like kind of the narrative they've been told in their life, and kind of how they see themselves and see their place in the world. It's a very selfish, like hedonistic position or like place they've given themselves, and I don't know, it depends on like other intersectional factors like patriarchy and sexism and colorism and racism, but it's just like kind of like an underlying like the foundation you kind of see in a lot of young men or men around my age is like the sense of entitlement and just like selfishness.
Say a group of these young men came to you and said, Faiza, we don't know that we're doing this really well, but we want to do better at it, and they're looking for some helpful pointers on how to go about it. What helpful suggestions would you propose to them?
I don't know if I'd have any suggestions. Maybe you just like, you never know what someone's going through, so like just like treat everyone nicely, like and I don't know, I really judge people on how they treat people that can do nothing for them. So I think I always look for that when I like meet men and like interact with like even my like contemporaries and my like superiors that are men, like how are they treating people that can do nothing for them, like, and that's kind of how I judge them.
So maybe a helpful starting point would be self-awareness, perhaps.
Self-awareness, empathy, compassion.
Yeah. Which all feed into kindness, which is what you're revolving around this whole time.
Yeah.
Faiza, last question.
Sure.
Do you have any questions for me, dear?
I guess like, how did you start this podcast?
I started this podcast because I fumbled for decades without integrity. I desired it, but I didn't really know how to do it. I saw glimmers here and there. Definitely wanted it to be there, but I just did not know how to even like access experiencing and talking about it. Many painful lessons, lots of hurt along the way that have caused and been caused. And I guess where I'm at now, I really appreciate like experiencing what it could look like, but I've never forgotten what it was like when I was there. And so I really have a desire to provide a resource for young guys who are interested in this, to say, here's what it could look like. And I love these kind of conversations where I get even more insights from others along the way and saying, here's what the conversation could look like, and here are some helpful pointers and what to consider when going about it.
Well, that's amazing.
Thank you.
It's really exciting.
Faiza, thank you for being a part of this.
Yeah, it was really
You
nice to
did
meet you.
amazing.
Thank you.
I'm glad to meet you as well.
You as well.
You're enjoying a lovely, quiet spot here, but I so appreciate you sharing your time.
Thank you. Yeah, this is nice.
It was nice, wasn't it? Faiza, if you want to follow up and watch a bit more of what I do as well, and this interview as well, it'll be on my YouTube channel. It's my name, Binyam. Oh, sweet, okay. I've got a pen on me too. Somewhere. Tell me when you're ready there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Binyam. Asress is my last name, and those two together. That's okay.
What was the last name?
Asress.
Yes.
Is pink your favorite color?
I do like pink.
It's a nice pink on the nails.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you find me? Oh yeah,
is that-
Binyam Asress. You got it. So
Perfect.
just search for me there, and you'll find more of what I do. And I'll probably post this in a week's time. I'm kind of like posting on a day,
Right.
but
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much.
you are welcome, my
I'll
dear.
definitely check it out.
I hope to see you again along the way.
Yeah. Take
Okay,
care.
bye for now, Faiza.
Bye.
Thanks again.